Hello, students. Jai Hind. Very good morning. Welcome back to our QR session. Now, what we are going to do in today's lecture, as you all know, that we have completed the revision of lecture chemistry chapter number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Today, you are attending one QR lectures for revising chapter number 5, that is periodic classification of elements. Okay. Now, student, when we are revising this particular chapter, some topics which are inclusive in your exam, understand, and topic which are eliminated, that we are just listing out first chapter number 5. We are taking a quick look at particular periodic classification elements. Okay, in this most probably we will try to complete the revision of this chapter in today's lecture. Okay, which topics are actually a part of your portion this time. So, actually, rather than listing out the topic which is a part of your exam, we just write that topic which is already eliminated, understand, and that topic is this topic is eliminated, not included trends or trends of in modern periodic table. This topic, trends in modern periodic table, that has been eliminated. So this topic we do not have to cover. Rest of the topic are our target, and we are taking those topic in quick revision. What I am going to do in today's lecture is that if as a student, if you sit and your target is to revise or remember the topic which you have already attended in regular lecture. Suppose any student want to revise the first topic, that is those earlier attempts to classify elements. So if you want to have a quick revision in such a way that you do not need to prepare that topic once again, or you do not have to just go through that topic again in detail. So few earlier attempts which were made for the classification of element, understand, those attempts were made by three well known scientists. One attempt was made by Dobereiner. Understand, Dobereiner's classification is known as Dobereiner's triads. One attempt was made by Newland, which is also known as Newland's octave, and one attempt was also made by scientist Mendeleev. So three scientists contributed in classification of element. Understand now, dear student, what is our target is that suppose as a student, if you target first topic, Suppose if you are targeting Dobereiner's triad, okay, Dobereiner's triads. See, dear student, in quick revision, what we are going to do is that suppose you want to develop the short knot, understand then on which point you need to concentrate in preparing Dobereiner's triad. So my first suggestion to you is that you just list out the triads and also try to remember the triads, understand in proper ways by some practical application. If I want to remember and write short note on Dobereiner's triad, so my first target will be just two. See, this is necessary for you. I will just try to target three triads only. Okay, this is what is necessary for you. You just remember the three triads and that is sufficient for you. Okay, take an example. First triad, you have to remember lithium, sodium and potassium. Here chlorine, bromine and iodine, you can remember it quite easily. These are alkali metals: lithium, sodium, potassium, chlorine, bromine, iodine. The in between pair can be remembered in short as Ca, Ca, then Ba and Sr. So three pair are already been listed out. What if you just want to prepare Dobereiner's triad for you? This is only necessary to remember. Just try to remember the three triads and those nine elements which Dobereiner was successful in making the classification. This is okay. How can you remember this? Ca, calcium, barium and strontium in between. Now see, dear student, you will start. If you just remember this triad, you can develop short note from this. The first earlier attempt was made by Dobereiner. How he classified the element, the Dobereiner give importance to 2 points which you can generate from here. He gave importance to only 2 points. First, grouping elements having similar chemical properties and making triads of the element in such a way, understand, when you arrange all elements according to increasing atomic mass. He has done the same thing. He arranged all elements known in his time according to increasing atomic mass, and he targeted one thing, that he analyzed chemical properties of all element first, and then he made triads of element in such a way that in one triad all element has similar chemical property, but at the same time he also gave importance to one thing, that atomic mass of the middle element is the average of atomic mass of first and last element. To just explain more, take example. How can you explain at least the first triad? So lithium, you know the atomic number of lithium is 3, you know, understood? Atomic mass is mostly double than that, so around 6.9, that is the atomic mass. This way you can remember. atomic mass of sodium, as you know, 11. Just 11 point something, double it, 23. Atomic number of potassium is 19 point something. Understand, just double it, 38. Now, if you just find the average of these two, understand, that is 6.9 plus 38 upon 2, you will tentatively get 23. So, this way, Dobereiner made his classification. Understood? He cannot be considered as optimum in classification. The reason is, if he was sure, then whatever elements were available in his time, he must have been able to make triads of all elements together, but he could not. He could made only three triads. That means he could classify, according to his view, only 9 elements he could classify. That's why we are not accepting, we haven't accepted the classification of Dobereiner as standard. Understand? So, this is the way you can prepare the short note of Dobereiner's triad. So simple. Just you need when you are even thinking in your mind and wants to prepare the short note without even going through material or textbook, and you are just thinking, you should remember the table in your mind only. That's lithium, sodium, potassium, Ka, calcium, barium, strontium in between, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. You can prepare it quite easily. Here also you do, when you are giving the explanation to the short note, there is no need to worry much about, because now when you are preparing this short note, you know the atomic number of each and every element mentioned in the triad. Lithium, you know, 3. Double is the atomic mass, which is the total of electron and proton. Okay. Then sodium, 11, around 23, 19 point, so around 39, 38, 39 you can also mention. Understand? Because these are taken tentative only, and if you add them, you will get the average around, or already you know, 38 plus 7, 46, around 23. So, but Dobereiner, according to his classification, he could make triads of only 9 elements, so we cannot consider him standard in classification of element. Okay, so suppose any student wants to prepare short note, he just have to remember these three triads in mind and start speaking the short note. Dobereiner was the considered a first scientist to make some earlier attempts for the classification of element. He arranged all elements according to increasing atomic mass, and he found one particular characteristic property. When he arranged all elements according to increasing atomic mass, he was able, and he analyzed one particular thing, that he made the triads of three elements where two things were common. First, they have similar chemical property, and the second one, the atomic mass of the middle element is the average of atomic mass of the first and the third element. This way he was classifying the element, but it happened that in his time, whatever the elements were known, he could classify only 9 elements, means he was able to just satisfy, according to his view, only three triads and 9 elements, which cannot be considered acceptable, because in future lots of new element were going to be discovered. So how can they find their places in Dobereiner's triad? So we haven't. That was the only limitations in Dobereiner's triad. Is it clear in your mind? This way, dear student, you prepare your short note. First, you keep in mind this table: lithium, sodium, potassium, chlorine, bromine, iodine, Ka, Sr. First, you do only this thing, and then you will be able to generate the short note by yourself. So, this is Dobereiner's triad. Okay. Now, suppose if we want to target the second topic, that is Newland's classification, which point, like here, as I told you, that you just remember these triads, that is sufficient for you to remember and develop complete short note by yourself. Suppose you want to target, take an example, Newland's classification. Actually, Newland's classification, understand, is also known as Newland's law of octave, that you all know. It is known as law of octave. Now what you should do, dear student, if you are planning to remember the complete short note in quick revision. Suppose your planning is to remember this complete short note in quick revision, and you want to prepare in that way that you do not have to touch the same topic again. Then what you should remember, as of all, that when you are attending my lecture and after that lecture, if you start thinking that I want to have a revision of this topic in such a way that I do not want to touch it again till the board exam, then what you should target is that please concentrate here. Like there, you targeted that table of triads. Here, see, dear student, what you should know. You do not need to remember the entire table given there, but what I am just drawing it, that is sufficient for you. Okay. I want you to just target this only and nothing else. This is sufficient for you. Okay. See, dear student, this is sufficient for you. Okay. You all know. First, you know this. Sare, Gama, Pa, Dha, Ni. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now you also need to remember that musical notes. Understand? Right? So those musical notes. Okay. How will you remember? Understand? So as you all know, do, re, mi. You understood this? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That you all know very well. Understand? Do, you need to remember this way only. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. Okay. Now this is clear. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That way you can remember. Now where you need to just concentrate, one here, one here, and one here. Rest you do not need to concentrate. Here you will write oxygen, then you will write sulfur, then you will write iron, then you will write ceruleum, okay, and then one blank. just try to remember this one only. Okay. Then, dear student, here you have to write chlorine, fluorine, okay, chlorine, fluorine, then bromine, chlorine, fluorine, bromine. How you will revise, that is what I am giving you the guidance, okay. First hydrogen, then chlorine, okay, then fluorine, then bromine, okay, and here hydrogen, chlorine, uh, hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, okay. I'm just giving you the clue point how you can remember hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and here you write cobalt and nickel, okay. Then you just remember in me, understand that also you can remember as take an example BMC, so barium, Mg, Ca, Zn, and uh, silicon Sr. This way you need to remember. Only try to remember this much. This is necessary for you to have a quick look at this particular uh, Newland's law of classification. First, why I am insisting that you should remember this, because this is going to give you the complete idea. Do re mi fa sol la ti sa re ga ma pa dha ni. Hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, cobalt, nickel, BMC, barium, magnesium, calcium, Zn, strontium, oxygen, sulfur, iron, and beryllium. After, if you just remember this much, this is sufficient for you to prepare the complete classification of Newland's octave. You just have to remember this only. Is it clear in your mind? Suppose now if you want to start classification of Newland, what Newland has done? He also accepted atomic mass as main base and chemical property as main base for the classification of element. What he has done? So he what element which were known in his time were around 56. So he had to accommodate all 56 elements in his periodic table. What Newland has done? He done the same thing. He listed out the atomic mass of all elements and arranged them. This is the way you can write. Okay, Newland assessed out the atomic mass of all element and arranged all element in the increasing order of their atomic mass, starting from hydrogen. That you can mention this very, which is mentioned in the textbook, understand, starting from hydrogen. So this way also you will come to know from here that he started classification of, no doubt he ended at thorium, that is another factor, but he started from hydrogen. He arranged all element according to increasing atomic mass, starting from hydrogen, which has the least mass. And uh, while studying chemical properties of element, Newland came to know that after every eighth element, the chemical properties were repeating itself. That you can assess out from here, dear student. Atomic number 1 and atomic number 9, atomic number 17, gap of 8. So you can develop your short note from here. What you will write? When he was studying chemical properties of all elements, he came to know about one characteristic pattern which lies in the chemical properties of element, understand that after every eighth element, the chemical properties of the eighth element after 8 was similar to the first one. Means in simple you can say that after every eighth element the chemical property was repeating itself, and accordingly he started arranging the elements, understand, in almost 7 groups. Understand? So this way he prepared his classification. Understand? That's why it is known as Newland's law of octave. Why octave? Because it depends on, it is looking like that it is actually depending on musical octave. Understand? Sa re ga ma pa da ni, do re mi fa sol la ti. Understand? The first 2 to 3 sentences are ready in your mind. First, Newland. In Newland's time, 56 elements were known. What he did, he assessed out and analyzed the atomic mass of all elements again. Second, he arranged all elements known in his time according to increasing atomic mass, started from hydrogen up to thorium, which was which was discovered at that time. After studying, third sentence, after studying chemical properties of all elements, he assessed out one very characteristic pattern seen in the chemical properties of element, that after every eighth element the chemical properties were repeating, which is known as Newland's octave, and this way he could prepare the classification. Is it clear in your mind? Now, why I am asking you to remember this, because this is going to give you complete idea regarding the limitations of Newland's octave. See how we are just concentrating on that. See, first limitations regarding Newland's classification is this, that in his time only 56 elements were known, and he was he actually assumed that in future more element will not be discovered. No doubt at that time whatever elements were available he could arrange in these 7 groups, but he predicted, means he assumed authentically, that in his time 56 elements were known, means in future no more element will be discovered. So that is not proper. So that was his first limitations. Second limitation, understand, is this. Why I am asking you to concentrate cobalt, nickel, and iron. He placed cobalt and nickel below fluorine, chlorine, means in the group of chlorine, fluorine, and you all know very well that cobalt and nickel has totally drastically different chemical properties than chlorine and bromine. We all know in modern periodic table also they are known as halogens, that you can't mention in your short note, but because he was not sure about the chemical properties or not sure about the position of cobalt and nickel, he placed it in the group of chlorine, fluorine. That was his mistake. Limitation. Now, third, if you want, so one thing getting clear, okay, regarding cobalt and nickel, he could not specify the particular positions. Now, the third point, dear student, from here, iron has maximum similar chemical property with cobalt, but he placed iron below oxygen and sulfur. So that is his third limitation. You understood this? So complete short note. Understand? Get ready. If you just remember this way, this is clear in your mind. And why I am asking you to prepare this, because about this also, that according to him after every eighth element chemical property was repeating, but that became only up to calcium. Up to calcium, he could identify this characteristic pattern that after every eighth element chemical property was repeating. Understand? So these are his limitations. Okay. So dear students, suppose now if you just in your mind also want to remember this particular Newland's law of octave. This is clear in your mind. You just have to remember this. First, just draw the table. In exam, you do not have to draw the complete table. Understand? But how can you prepare this short note thoroughly in your mind? So you just have to do this only. Sare gama padani, do re mi, Doraemon, you know, do re mi fa sol la ti. Here you need to be conscious. Hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, cobalt, nickel, bromine, BMC, Bhavnagar Municipal Corporation, barium, magnesium, calcium, zinc, SR, oxygen, sulfur, beryllium, dash, iron. You just remember this. You can develop the short note and limitations by yourself. First, in Newland's time, 56 elements were known. Understand, he analyzed the atomic mass of all elements. Second, he arranged all elements according to ascending order of atomic mass. He found a characteristic pattern while he was studying the chemical properties of all elements that after every eighth element chemical property was repeating, that is known as Newland's law of octave, and accordingly he arranged the element in group in 7 tables. So this way he prepared his classification. Understand, but he made some there are some mistake. Which are the limitation that I just told you? First, in his time 56 elements were known, and he assumed that in future no more element will be discovered. One drastic failure. Second, he could observe this pattern that after every eighth element chemical property was repeating. That was observed only up to calcium. Understand? He could not identify the same pattern in rest of the element. Third, starting from here, he placed cobalt and nickel in the group of fluorine chlorine, which has drastically different properties. Understand? That was his limitation. And fourth one, Fe. Iron has much, you all know it has much similar chemical property with cobalt and nickel, but it was kept quite away from cobalt and nickel in that seventh group. So these are limitation. You just mark it out. Understand? You are able to prepare the complete short note by yourself. So why? In quick revision, that's the main advantage you get, dear student. You just pick the table, and from table you need to write the complete table, but this will help you to develop the complete short note. You understood? So this is Newland's law of octave. Okay. Now, if we target the third one in earlier attempt, that is Mendelev's periodic law. Mendeleev does the same thing. Understand? In classification of element, how will you remember that? If student wants to remember, you do not have to in exam draw the complete sketch that you all know very well. Okay. Third one, suppose I want to target Mendeleev's periodic table. Suppose I want to target this complete short note. You understood this? Now, dear student, how can you remember the periodic table? I am mentioning some precise things which is going to help you. Suppose you want to prepare. First, take an example. How can you prepare the short note, because like Newland's octave, here also you need to be very sure about, understand Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, now see dear student, what he has done. He again made the seven group that you all know very well. Why I am insisting you not to remember the name of all element, that is never expected and never asked. Okay, so that you do not need to remember. What you need to remember is this only. Understand, seven group you all know. Okay, 7 and 8. Why 8? That you all know, transition series. Okay, now try to look at this what I am just mentioning here. That is going to be very important for you. Okay, at least 3. That's very important for you and going to help you even in solving some one lines. Okay, see, suppose this way. Okay, suppose 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, 8 can be called a transition series that you all know. Here there are 6 periods that you all know. Understand? What is important for you in remembering the Mendeleev's periodic table is this. See what I am writing, on that you need to concentrate. Start from here. Suppose uh, 2, 4, 6, 8. First you target this. What I am writing here, please concentrate. RO. Remember. Then increase one oxygen atom. Okay. RO2. Then try to remember this. RO3. RO4. First, this is clear in your mind. Concentrate on this. RO, RO2, RO3, RO4. This is clear in your mind. Starting from second, 4, 6, 8. Skip one by one. Okay. Now start from here. R2O. Clear? Then skip. Increase one oxygen. R2O3. Understand? R2O5. R2O7. Please try to remember this. Here you will increase oxygen by 2. Is it clear in your mind? Be very, very conscious in this. How to remember is this. Okay? See what I spoke? This is going to help you in solving the one line and preparing the complete short note. First you write all Roman groups. This is, you all know that this is standing for transition series. Means transition series means uh, regarding those elements which he was not sure about their chemical property and need some transfer of location. Clear in your mind? Start from second. RO, RO2, RO3, RO4. Increase oxygen by 1. Then R2O, increase oxygen by 2. Clear? Then regarding hydride, so RH. Remember this. RH1, RH2, RH3, RH4. Here increased by 1 only. Okay. Then RH1 first, then RH2, sorry. Then RH3, then RH4. Again, go on in descending order. RH3, RH2, and RH1. Is it clear in your mind? Okay. RH, RH2, RH3, RH3. Okay. Now, this is clear in your mind. RH1 or RH also simply. This is transition series. Now, this has to be clear in your mind, and here you should mention hydrogen. Okay. Here you should mention hydrogen. Just to remember the short, no doubt in the fourth series, but here you should mention cobalt, nickel, and iron that they have given. Iron, cobalt, and nickel with their atomic mass. Understand 58.9. This just you need to remember 93, then 58.73, and iron has been 55.85. CDS student. Now, this much data you should know, and one more data which I am mentioning, which is going to help you to develop the complete short note. Okay, this is like this. You all know, understand SG group commando. Understand? So how can you remember this? Try to remember SGG. So according to this develops scandium, then write gallium, then write germanium. Scandium, gallium, germanium, SGG. Is it clear in your mind? Understand? Then how to remember in short? Understand that you have to remember like scandium, gallium, germanium, SGG. Then you have to assess the all rest of the three element. Understand? So one aluminum you know, boron you know, and silicon you know, right? Na? Boron, aluminum, and silicon. So you have to remember Bach. Okay. So what should I write? Boron, aluminum, and silicon. You understand this? These three elements discovered later on. What was the name of this given that we can assess? This you can assess. This you can assess. First, this is clear in your mind. At least if a student just write down these things in his mind, that if I want to prepare Mendeleev's periodic table and I want to develop the complete short note like remarkable features at the same time, some limitations also. So for you student, this is sufficient. Is it clear in your mind? Now how can you develop the short note? What Mendeleev has done, the same thing. No doubt in Mendeleev's time, 63 elements were known. So what Mendeleev did the same thing. He also observed that characteristic feature underlying as a pattern in the chemical properties of all elements. He analyzed the atomic mass of all elements, and he started studying according to increasing atomic mass, and he started studying their chemical properties, and he came to know the same thing, that after every eighth element the chemical property was repeating, and accordingly he made 7 groups and 6 period, 6 row and 7 column to arrange all elements in the periodic table. Understand? And he came to know one thing, that law of octave was formidably written by Mendeleev as this way, that properties of element are periodic functions of their atomic mass. Understand? So accordingly he prepared his periodic table where he arranged element in ultimately 8 group and 6 row, that you all know. This way his classification was over. So this is the way you can just write the short note of Mendeleev's periodic table. Is it clear in your mind? Suppose now this is clear in your mind, and if you want to develop, understand some remarkable features of Mendeleev's periodic table, how this is going to help you. The first remarkable feature, that is, he gave a particular law, a period which is known as Mendeleev's periodic law, that properties of element are periodic functions of their atomic weight. The first. Second one, in his time, whatever 63 elements were known, understand, Mendeleev gave importance to two facts: arranging element according to increasing atomic mass and grouping the element having similar chemical property. In that, he had some confusions regarding cobalt and nickel, because at that time nickel's atomic mass was 58.73 and cobalt 58.93. Now, according to the order he want to arrange, nickel has to be first, then the cobalt. But when he studied the chemical property, he could guess that cobalt has much similarity to other element than nickel. So what to do? Where should nickel be kept first or cobalt? He was not sure regarding this. That's why he kept the element in the transition series. And later on, it was discovered that there is mistake in the atomic mass of cobalt, which was corrected later on. Understand? If you see the modern periodic table, you will observe in group number 9, 10, you see, in 9 and 10, you will see cobalt and nickel, where the cobalt atomic mass were corrected. Understand? So this way he arranged the element and guessed about their chemical property. And according to the modern periodic table, which was based on atomic number, you will find the same order: first cobalt and then nickel, not first nickel and cobalt. So that was his remarkable feature. The second one, in his table, this point is clear in your mind. Okay, that's why I mentioned this in transition series. This was his first remarkable feature. The second remarkable feature regarding, he in his periodic table he designed in such a way that there were vacant places for those elements which were going to be discovered in future, but at that time even those elements were not known. He was not only predicting their atomic mass, but he was also predicting their chemical property, like three elements which were discovered later on: SGG, scandium, gallium, and germanium. He predicted and gave scandium a name. Name in his time was not known. He called it Ika boron. Gallium, Ika aluminium. Germanium, Ika silicon. That way he gave the name. And later on, when these three elements were discovered, they found the exact places according to modern periodic table. And gallium has all properties similar to aluminium, scandium has similar to boron, germanium has similar to silicon. Means he could predict their chemical property in advance. So that was his remarkable feature only. Understand? And third, dear student, now this is clear in your mind. How can you write the remarkable feature? This is the second feature. If you want to just list it out, this can be called second feature. Understand? Ika boron, Ika aluminium, Ika silicon. Is it clear in your mind? Now the third, if you just want to remember the from picture in your mind, then you should write somewhere here, that is inert gas. So you are also able to write about that. What was that? In his time, inert gas were not known, but later on they were discovered, which are present in very sparse proportion in atmosphere. So what happened when modern periodic table was prepared? Understand, inert gases which were chemically inert and inactive, having zero reactivity. For that, a complete new group was formed, group number 18. Understand? So these three can be considered a remarkable feature of Mendeleev's periodic table. How you remember, dear student? This is the design to remember that. Is it clear in your mind? Okay. So try to remember this. If you just prepare this particular table, this is going to help you a lot. Understand? So first, this is clear in your mind. Okay. So remarkable feature you can remember from this. Now suppose the limitation. So you just highlight this. I have kept hydrogen here. The first group is called alkali metal. Understand? Now, as you all know, just you try to understand regarding hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen has some properties similar to alkali metal and some properties similar to halogens. Suppose HCl, understood? So that is properties similar to formation of compound with halogen H2O similar to the alkali metal. So he was not sure and can predict the real position of hydrogen, where to keep it, either to keep it in the group of alkali metal or to keep it in the group of halogen. That was his first limitation. The second one, I am not considering it a limitations, but if you want to just remember, dear student, just write this way: isotope, and then isotope only. This is enough. We cannot consider it a limitation, understand? But one thing is clear regarding isotope, that in his time, there was no discovery of isotope and knowledge of isotope. You all know about isotope, that isotope are atoms of the same element having same atomic number but different atomic mass. Understand? So now when isotope of the same element are having different atomic mass, how to adjust them in the periodic table? Suppose hydrogen has three isotope: hydrogen, then deuterium, tritium. So where should deuterium and tritium be kept? So that was again limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table, and one regarding atomic mass. There was no regularity in the increase of atomic mass. You understand? No regularity. Sometime there was. It is not like that the atomic mass is increasing in regular order. So, nothing can be predicted that between two elements how many elements can be adjusted. Okay, so that was also his limitations. So this way, dear student, you can prepare the short note thoroughly. Understand why I am insisting this for you to remember. Suppose in textbook also one question I say, suppose take an example. According to Mendeleev's periodic table, understand what type of oxide and hydrides made by aluminium. So just now, so you know atomic number of aluminium, we all know 13,283. So obviously it lies here. So which type of oxide it make? Okay, Al2O3 and AlH3. So this way you have to guess. Is it clear in your mind? That's why you need to remember. Suppose they ask you which type of oxide chlorine make, so you know chlorine atomic number 17, 287. Chlorine lies here, so you can write Cl2O7 and HCl, that you all know. So that's why also this is going to be a great help. Okay. So dear student, regarding modern periodic table, it is easy, understand? And if I interact with the student in offline, and if they insist that we need still one more lectures for the modern periodic table we will do. But the rest of the three earlier attempts for the classification of element that we have discussed just now, concentrate here whenever you prepare for modern periodic Mendeleev's periodic table. Please make a table. Here I taught you also RO, RO2, RO3, RO4, R2O, 3, 2 to increase, then this way also. So you will come to know any MCQ can be designed. See limitation regarding position of hydrogen, regarding position of this is not limitation, limitation regarding isotope and regarding anomalies observed in the atomic mass. Okay, remarkable feature regarding cobalt nickel you can write, inert gas you can write, and regarding this is also how to remember SGGBAS. Understand that means scandium, gallium, germanium, boron, aluminium, silicon. This way you can prepare. Okay, so we have taken the revision of this particular topic, that is earlier attempts in classification of elements. So this way just keep some table in mind, and this way you start preparing short note. That is going to help you a lot. You understood, dear student? Okay. So attend the lecture, revise those topics thoroughly. Okay. Thank you very much.